Hello, everybody, and welcome to Stable Connection. My name is Dustin. Along with me is my co-host and partner in crime, Trey. How you doing, Trey?
Pretty good. Been a long week, but I've been looking forward to this literally since we started talking about what we were doing.
Yeah, I. It's been a very long day for me. Um, but enough about long days. Just quick thing. We wanted to go ahead and say something about this. Um, we put our thoughts and prayers out there for Billy Graham and his family. Superstar Billy Graham is going through a lot of health issues right now. Apparently, he has a lot of like low electrolytes, low sodium levels, and he's not doing too well right now. So thoughts and prayers out to him and his family. Uh, it's really all I can say on that at the moment. I really don't know a whole lot about it.
So I looked it up and earlier, and he said that all right, not he, but it said that he had like an ear infection that got into his like inner ear bone and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
like deep into his bone. And but from what I saw, he was doing better today than he was yesterday. Like he's breathing
Okay.
on his own now, and they put him on. This is the last thing I saw. I don't know if there's been an update. I looked about an hour or two ago. Um, they said they're putting him on like a machine to help him breathe tonight to give his lungs a rest, but he's been breathing on his own all day, and they're looking at taking it out tomorrow. So last update I saw, he's doing better.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's always good to hear.
Yes, very much so.
So, like we said, thoughts and prayers out to him and his family. I know his wife is, I think, having a hard time dealing with this all. Another person that has had quite this his fair share of health scares. Sting. Sting has announced that he will be retiring this year. It's crazy because he was in retirement for so long. Went to TNA, wrestled in TNA, went back into retirement, came to WWE, but wrestled 3 matches.
Yeah, something like that. Two or three.
Went back into retirement and then went to AEW, where he's, I think, again, only wrestled a handful of matches.
Can we talk about how good they've been though?
Yes. And my thing is he completely retiring? Is he gonna be done, or is he still gonna be Darby's manager?
I wouldn't be surprised. Well, because what I saw, he was retiring because the contract is ending.
Yeah,
So he might still be like a backstage guy and come out and just like use his bat, but at the same time, I'm sure the travel is a big part of why he's wanting to retire.
yeah. What's your favorite Sting moment or match?
I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't much of a Sting guy like growing up, but definitely the Joker TNA run.
I was just thinking the same thing. That was a lot of people hated it though.
It was just something different. Like it wasn't, moody up in the rafters Sting,
That's true.
and
Um,
it was the first like crazy, mental asylum. I mean, like Mick Foley, Mankind, kind of, but it was more like he was this thing was more out there and like I guess brash.
yeah, I know a lot of people remember him from his WCW days. I will be honest. I remember him mostly from his TNA days.
Yeah, me too. But that's just because I'm like I wasn't alive whenever he was WCW or anything. Like I knew who Sting was, but the first time I ever saw him wrestle or do anything was TNA. So
Yeah. Um, I think my all-time favorite match from Sting has to be Bound for Glory 2009 against AJ Styles.
mine's
That was a
mine's Victory Road 2011.
oh man, yeah, bring that one up, huh? For the listeners who don't know what that means, Victory Road 2011 was the infamous Jeff Hardy and Sting incident. Jeff Hardy came out to the ring either drunk or
Nah, he was high.
high,
He was very high. He could barely
or
walk.
a mixture of both, and he couldn't even finish the match. It ended abruptly with Sting hitting the Scorpion Death Drop and him just pinning him, making him sit down.
Oh man, I was such a big Jeff Hardy fan too, but like, it
There's
happened. All you can do is look back at it, and I don't know if you can technically supposed to make fun of it or whatever, but
yeah, there's been multiple moments where like Jeff Hardy. I know we're not really going on the topic of Jeff Hardy right here, but there's been multiple moments where Jeff Hardy has just outdone himself in a good way and in a bad way.
oh yeah,
But enough of that. Tony Khan. Let's talk about him for a minute. What do you think about Tony Khan trying to buy WWE?
I think if he does, it will single-handedly ruin the industry.
Ruin it?
Ruin it.
I have to agree with you on this.
The only way is if he buys it and then leaves it alone. Like he's hands off, lets Triple H keep doing everything. He's just there to, get the money and negotiate like rights deals and TV deals and stuff like that. If he lets Triple H run the wrestling side and creative side and he just runs the business side, or even lets his dad run the business side, I think it would be better. But I don't think he would because he's such a fan, which is not a bad thing, but it is a bad thing. I think he would try to run AEW because right now he's already booking Ring of Honor, AEW Dark Elevation, Rampage, and Dynamite. He's already booking 5 different shows.
Yep.
So I think you add Raw, SmackDown, NXT Level Up. That's 9, and then
a main event.
Yeah, and then the pay-per-views. That's 10 plus different shows, and there's only 7 days in a week.
Yeah.
So,
I personally think if I were in Tony Khan's shoes, I think because he's trying to run all these shows all in one, he needs to run or needs to pay somebody, put him in charge of Ring of Honor. Hell, put somebody that's been in Ring of Honor, such as, I mean, I hate to say it, but like Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe knows Ring of Honor like the back of his hand. He spent a lot of his career there. He could probably be a promoter for that show if he needed to. Like, I know Tony Khan's a fan and that helps the industry, but put a wrestler in charge.
I think it depends on the rest. I think genuinely, Brian Danielson, Daniel Bryan, whatever you want to call him, I think he's one of, if not the only wrestler that could wrestle on a show and book the same show and not
put himself over.
Not have any bias at all.
Yeah.
And I would have said put William Regal in front of, or not in front of, but in charge of ROH, but
yeah, well,
he's not there anymore. So
and,
Daniel Bryan would be, or Brian Danielson, I guess, is the next best thing.
And fun fact, William Regal cannot appear on WWE television for another year.
I thought it was 3 years.
Is it 3 years? I thought it was just 1 year.
I don't know. Whenever he first, I guess left. I can't say let go. When he first left, it was until the end of his contract, and they were saying something about he just signed a 3-year deal, but then he had early out clauses, and then not. I don't know. It's weird. Like that's something I've never personally seen before. Is hey, I want to sign this contract, but if this position or this opportunity opens up, like I'm gonna go to your competitor, and they're like, all right. Yeah. So, but I'm sure it's at least a year, if not more.
I want to say it's just a year.
That's not bad. I saw today they I guess announced his actual position He's like
Yeah.
basically talent scouting, I think.
Yeah, he is the vice president of global.
Talent
Wasn't global
something.
talent relations. It was global something though.
Yeah, global something talent something or other.
Yeah.
But the way I interpreted it was scouting.
Oh, uh, been given the title of vice president of talent development and head of global recruiting,
That's what it was.
which is actually the same role he had when he had left.
That's good then, because he was bringing in some good people. It's also William
Um,
Regal. Like, he knows the business better than damn near, if not everybody that's alive.
so I didn't put this on our full census, but I just remembered it because we're talking about William Regal bringing in people. Jay White contract is ending. He is not looking to re-sign with New Japan.
See, I saw he's looking to go to, or they. I don't know if he's looking to, or if everybody thinks he is, but everybody's saying he's going to America. I'm just curious, because like AEW, one, he's already there, like been there. Two, you have all the Bullet Club, all the former Bullet Club, like all the stories.
He's already
But
been in Impact with, once again, more Bullet Club members.
yeah, I think if he goes anywhere, it'll be AEW or WWE though.
Because either way you look at it, he goes to AEW, there's Bullet Club members. You go to TNA, there's our Impact, there's Bullet Club members. You go to WWE, there's still Bullet Club members.
Yeah,
He he can't lose on the booking side. Either
yeah.
way,
It's just a matter of if he wants to, one, how much money he'll make, and two, if he wants the traveling schedule of NXT or even main roster.
I think his uh his contract ends before Royal Rumble, right?
I don't actually know.
Oh no, it's his contract ends in February.
Okay, because I saw he had
Because
a loser leaves New Japan match with Tamatonga.
Haikyuu. No, it's a
Oh, yeah,
Haikyuu Leo.
Hikuleu.
Yeah, Hikuleu. It's a loser leaves Japan
That's right.
for February 11th. White is booked in a loser leaves Japan match in Osaka, or Osaka,
Osaka.
Japan. Oh, Osaka, Japan. Sorry.
I've heard it so many times from Gallows and Anderson.
Um, WWE has also long expressed interest in both Hikulu and Jay White.
I did see that as well. And then they were trying to, or at least they were interested in Hikuleu and Tamatonga. But
Yes.
Tamatonga is not going anywhere without Tongaloa,
Yep.
and Tongaloa's already been in WWE.
You know, I will be honest with you. I did not know Tonga was Hunico.
Yeah,
I did not realize that was Hunico
yeah,
until I think I saw it a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, no way. And I looked it up, and I was like, oh, god damn it.
yeah. WWE's been interested in Tamatonga for years, as is Jay White. But they're just vibing in New Japan.
Technically, they've been interested in Kenny Omega for years too, but I've never been able to get a hold of him.
Yeah.
So I had a question for you earlier this week.
This question, dude, it's been stressing me out.
Your question is, if you could give any wrestler in a mainstream wrestling company, AEW, TNA, WWE, anybody that's had a high profile uh, TV deal, if you could give them a do over, who would it be?
I
And
do
what would their do over consist of?
I do have two questions. One,
Okay.
do they have to be alive right now?
No.
And two, is it just a do over in wrestling or a do over in life?
It could be either. And I kind of think I know where you're going
You know
with this.
exactly where I'm going.
Is it a controversial subject?
Very much so.
Okay. Um, we're going to air this either way. We may a little bit of hate for it, but you know,
I mean,
let's shoot for the stars.
like I said last time we mentioned it, as a wrestler, like in between the ropes, 10 out of 10.
Before we go any further with this disclaimer, if you feel like this subject should not be talked about and you feel very strongly about this subject, as a wrestling fan, I am going to tell you to leave now. Turn off the podcast, leave the video, do whatever you gotta do, skip ahead. Um, but it's going to be talked about. Sorry, we are wrestling fans. We cannot skip over the hard work this man put in the ring, and we cannot skip over the dedication that he had to the ring. He was a, I'm going to say this, he was a worthless piece of, and that was life. That was his life. But in the ring, he is a 10 out of 10.
That's what I was just about to
Continue.
say. Like in the ring, one of, if not the best ever. Outside of the ring, like scum of the earth, like worst thing you could possibly do. So we're just gonna, separate it a little bit. But in the ring, he was so good. And I would even say either for the answer to the question, either him or Eddie. And both of
Okay.
them are because they were so good in the ring, and then their life choices took that away from them, slash screwed it up, slash whatever.
And let's just, we'll do one at a time. For the first one, how would you change his career?
Uh, less chair shots.
That's fair.
Like that's, I mean, because we don't know what it could have been. He just was reaching. I mean, Eddie too. Like they were just reaching like the pinnacle, but their bodies just couldn't keep up. So I would just say less chair shots, less dangerous shot. I mean, less dangerous spots, less head trauma. I mean, give the cruiserweights in WCW more of a, I guess, spotlight, so they don't feel like they have to go kill their bodies for recognition. I mean, same with Ray, same with Eddie, same with Benoit. All of them just get. I guess it boils down to give the cruiserweights more spotlight in WCW for both of them because that tore their bodies up so bad because they were trying to show up and show out. Even Ray, like his knees were so bad for so long.
Yeah.
Granted, he's been doing it since he was like 10 or 12 or something. But still, I mean, they were trying to show up and show out. And they put on some fantastic matches. But it's because they had to go over and above just to get a little bit of recognition.
Yeah. And honestly, it's kind of like that nowadays too, if you think about it.
It
Uh,
really is. Cruiserweight
with,
wise.
especially in WWE, the cruiserweights don't get hardly any love.
I
You
will
know, they got,
say, I will interrupt and say, now that Triple H is in charge, that is changing a little bit.
yeah.
Vince doesn't like and never has liked cruiserweights. So that's why they did. Because the Cruiserweight Classic was a Triple H and I want to say William Regal thing. I know it's a Triple H thing. Now guys like Ali and Ricochet and Cedric, they're getting more TV time and more of a, at least a little bit of a push. I mean, you're still gonna have like your Romans and your Brocks and all the big, or as Big E says, the big meaty men slapping meat. Like that's gonna draw over everybody
Yeah.
because that's just how it is. But they are starting to get more recognition and more time and be pushed to the forefront a little bit more. So hopefully in the next few years that changes.
Okay.
Now I want to hear your answer to your own question.
The answer to my own question, honestly, I haven't thought about it that much because I just asked you and I never really put a whole lot of thought in it, if I'm being honest with you. If I were to give anybody a do-over, I think it would be Shawn Michaels' last run. from that 2002 to 2000. What was it? 2010?
I was
No, it
about to
wasn't even
ask you.
2010.
I was about to ask you if you meant last run as. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I was gonna ask you if you meant last run as in the I don't know, whatever Saudi Arabian pay per view that was.
Oh no, that don't even count, dude. um, I I would give Shawn Michaels more opportunities. I don't think he. I don't know if it's necessarily he didn't want the opportunities, but I felt like he deserved more opportunities at titles. I know DX they won multiple on top of multiple tag team titles. But I mean, he only held one world championship from 2002 to 2000. I think it was 2009, if I'm mistaken, right?
I don't even know off the top of my head. I want to say it was Mania. I want to say like 26 or 27, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker, 26.
Oh, look at me.
What year? 2010. So I was right the first time. Um, from 2002 to 2010, he only won one world title, and it was the Elimination Chamber match,
Yeah,
which hands down probably my favorite Elimination Chamber match of all time.
it's fair.
Uh, but yeah, I'd give him a lot more opportunities at the title. I wouldn't change his life choices at all because he was a born again Christian. He changed his life. He wasn't as much of an so yeah.
See, my other answer would have been AJ Styles.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Purely, and it's not even change anything really, because like I like his New Japan run, but I would have loved to see him in WWE sooner. As in, like, I would have loved to see him in WWE sooner around the time like him, Samoa Joe, and Christopher Daniels were going all out for the X Division.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, AJ Styles still, I feel like, was technically in his prime whenever he debuted in WWE, but like, I'm talking like height, just peak of popularity, peak of performance. Like, if his prime is, at 50, like, we'll give it a numerical value of 50 because, the middle.
Yeah.
I feel like he hit WWE at like 60 or 70. Like, he was still in his prime, but he was at the tail end of it. So I would have loved to see him like super athletic, super can just go for hours. I would have loved to see that AJ Styles on a bigger stage with different names and bigger names. Not that Samoa Joe and Christopher Daniels aren't big names, but that's all they really had for a while.
We're gonna do a couple of these for you. I'm gonna give you a couple
Okay.
like a couple different ones. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you, and no googling.
Oh no, I'm not.
Because some of them on this one, some of it will give it away.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you some accomplishments. I'll probably give you like 2 or 3 of them, and then be like, "Hey, give me a guess." You go ahead and guess, and then I'll give you a couple more if you don't get it. And then we'll go from there.
Okay. I'm either gonna be like ace at this, or I'm not gonna get a single one. Like, it's one of those games. I'm either gonna be like the best person ever at this, or I'm gonna be so lost and confused that I'm gonna be guessing people in different eras or something.
I will tell you, it's gonna be mainly mainstream wrestlers. I'm not gonna go.
No, I figured as much.
Yeah. All right. So, time for guess the wrestler by their accomplishments. Trey, are you ready?
Yes.
The person I am talking about is a 2-time TNA World Heavyweight Champion. And you can write these down if you need to.
Okay. I'll just use my phone. Hold on.
He is a 6-time TNA World Tag Team Champion.
So 2A. You said 2-time heavyweight
Yep.
and 6-time
And
tag.
that's the big gold belt.
Huh?
He is a. It was the big gold TNA belt, the big one. You remember?
Oh yeah. You said big gold,
The
and I
big.
was thinking like the
No,
WCW
no,
belt,
no,
and I
no,
was
no,
like,
no.
hold on, that's a different belt, sir.
He is
Gotcha,
a 2008 and 2011 Tag Team of the Year.
Hmm.
Would you like to make a guess? So right now.
Is it Bobby Roode?
Oh my God! Right off the bat, I kind of give you an easier one. The list went down as SmackDown Tag Team Champion, 2-time Raw Tag Team Champion. I
See
was gonna throw WWE.
that would have thrown me off more than the TNA stuff, honestly.
I would have thrown in like WWE 24/7 Champion in there. Just give you some
Yeah.
useless info.
No, if I wouldn't have gotten it right there, I would have been more confused as we went on. So we'll take it.
All right. Next one. Time for, again, guess the wrestler by their accomplishments. Are you ready?
Yes.
He is a one-time ECW champion.
Can I ask? I guess no. Never mind. It's fine. I was gonna ask if it was ECW or the WWE reboot version, but it's cool. I'll figure it out.
I think you're about to figure this out real quick. He is okay. I'll tell you this. That's the reboot version.
Okay.
He is a one-time ECW World Heavyweight Champion.
Wait.
So that's the original.
Okay.
He is a 2010 inductee into the Hardcore Hall of Fame.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't either, so it's all right.
Okay. Give me one more, and I'll guess.
A 3-time ECW World Tag Team Champion.
What? So, reboot champion and the original champion.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of who all the reboot champions are. Because all I can think of is like MVP, Bobby Lashley, Matt Hardy, CM Punk. But none of them were originals. Tommy Dreamer?
Oh, look at you go.
Is that who it is?
Yeah, that's 2.
Okay.
My next one was going to throw you off. I was going to say 14-time WWF Hardcore Champion.
Yeah, I wouldn't have even. I would have torn that one out. That's like saying R-Truth is a 47. Like it's 47 times 24. It's the same thing. It's fine. That one don't count. That belt's irrelevant.
All right, I got another one here for you. Alrighty. We're going to start. So, once again, this one is a 2-time TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
AJ Styles.
No. That's one guess already.
Okay,
TNA
fine.
World Tag Team Champion twice.
GX, TNA. I love when my phone corrects TNA to TAN. So 2-time world champ, 2-time tag.
He has the wrestling. He won the Wrestling Observer newsletter for worst feud of the year in 2004.
What the fuck, bro? I was like 5 years old. I don't know what feuds were bad then. It was all good. It was all wrestling.
As well as best gimmick in 2002 and 2016. I'm gonna go a couple more since you made your first guess kind of early.
Hold on. Just to clarify,
Yep.
TNA World Champ is just TNA, not NWA TNA.
Not NWA
Okay,
TNA.
okay. I figured as much, but that eliminates a whole lot of people. Okay, keep going.
He is a Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion one
Jesus
time.
Christ, okay.
Um, PWI 2017 Comeback of the Year. He is
Damn, that's the time I started watching. Wow, that was not English. That is a year after I started watching wrestling again.
he is a two-time Match of the Year 2000 and 2001.
What the hell? I can't
And
type
then
either.
I'll give you one more, and then I'm gonna ask for a guess.
Yeah.
He is a one-time ECW champion. Reboot.
Is this Matt Hardy?
Boom! Ding ding ding
Okay,
ding.
I've been thinking Matt Hardy since. I thought after the first two it was Matt Hardy. And then. Worst feud, I kind of ignored. Best gimmick, I was like, okay, but Matt Hardy's gimmick in 2002 was. I guess it was probably V1.
Yeah,
No,
that's
that would have
exactly
been.
what.
Is that what it was? Okay, okay.
Yeah, it was V1.
And then 2016 was when he started the broken stuff, so that makes sense. Okay.
Okay,
I
I am
didn't know
gonna
he
give.
had match of the year in 2000, 2001. Who the hell was that against? And why have I never
That
known
was
this?
the TLCs.
Oh, fucking duh. I'm thinking singles matches.
All
The
right,
fact that. Okay.
I got
I
one
should have just
more for
trusted
you.
my gut and went with it. Alright, let's go.
All right. Guess the wrestler by their accomplishment. He is a 9-time Slammy Award winner.
I already think I know who this is, but I'm gonna let it go because Slammies are irrelevant.
He is a one-time Wrestler of the Year in 2000.
Oh, just kidding.
He is a two-time Match of the Year in 1999 and 2002. And he is a two-time WCW champion.
Like heavyweight champ, like big gold.
Yeah, big gold.
Who's the
Would you like to make a guess?
fuck? Uh, God, I really don't know. I'm not a big WCW person.
Would you like to throw a guess out there, or you want me to keep going?
Say one more. Give me one more and I'll guess.
He is a NCAA national champion.
Is it one of the Steiner brothers?
No, it is not.
Okay, because those are the only two WCW national champions that I would think of.
He is a one-time Royal Rumble winner.
Damn it! Should have asked me this one next week.
He is a Triple Crown champion.
Is this
He,
WWE
oh,
Triple Crown, or does it matter?
I don't think it matters.
Cause like,
It's
okay,
WWE, Impact, Ring of Honor, WCW,
well,
ECW.
yeah, but normally Triple Crown is like in WWE it would be heavyweight, IC or US, and then tag. But in WCW it would be big gold and then like television and then tag.
Yeah.
Oh well, whatever. It's fine.
He is a 5-time
Jesus. Oh god.
WWF Tag Team Champion.
WWF. Bro, what?
You want one more?
Um. Yes.
An 8-time WWE champion.
Who the fuck is in WCW and in WWE? Who's a 10-time champion? Is it Steve Austin?
No, it is not.
Okay. Oh, I guess he's probably not a national champion. Damn.
He is a 2-time intercontinental champion.
It's me some obscure ass name.
He is. This one will probably help you out. He was Wrestling Observer Newsletter Best Box Office Draw in 2000, 2011, 2012.
2011. The national champion is what's throwing me off because I can't think of who that would be.
And then I will give you this one. This is probably going to be the best hint you're going to get. It's going to be the last hint you get. He was the winner of the Deadly Games WWF Championship Tournament in 1998.
What the fuck is that? Bro, that's the year I was born. I don't know what that is.
You don't remember the Deadly Games at Survivor Series?
No, I was born in 98. I was born like 2 weeks before Survivor Series.
Okay, I want you to take a I want you to take a long, hard thought about this, alright?
I said you don't remember. I was 2 weeks old.
Who left in 2000 and then came back in 2011?
I want to say Brock, but he wasn't in WCW.
Nor do they have to be in WCW to win the WCW championship?
He didn't win tag belts that I know of, and I feel like...
Let me reiterate that question. Does he have to be in WCW to win the big gold WCW belt?
I mean, I guess technically no, but... Is it Brock?
It is not.
That's what I said, I don't know.
The person you are looking for is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
I didn't know he collegiately wrestled.
He wasn't. He was a football champion.
Oh, I hate it here. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, okay, so now that I can Google, I'm gonna tell you. Let's see. Survivor Series 1998. I was born 6 days before. 6 days before! I wasn't even a week old! No, I don't remember that shit.
Alright, before we end, let's see if anything happened on SmackDown today. Gunther defeated Braun Strowman. Karrion Kross put Rey Mysterio to sleep. Saw that coming. Tegan Nox defeated Xia Li. Bray Wyatt had another promo. And The Fiend appeared. Oh.
Surprise. Oh, wait, The Fiend?
Yep. It was a part of a QR code.
Oh. If he didn't appear in person, it doesn't matter.
As well as top moments from that promo. Bray Wyatt started the promo with Green Bay. We're here. Sometimes all it takes is a little push in the right direction to remind you who you really are. I am the color red in a world of black and white. I am the eater of worlds. I am Uncle Howdy. I am him. I know who I am, but who are you? When the lights go out, you should run. Uh, Raquel Rodriguez defeated Liv Morgan, and that's all I got. Wasn't Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn supposed to go against each other?
Yes. I don't know. I don't remember if it was this week or next week, but I don't know why it would be next week. This lights out match has me stressed out.
I'm really interested to see if it's actually going to be lights out or not.
My guess, if they do actually have the lights off, is it's just going to be a giant spotlight, which is going to be super stupid. Or, okay, so I'm going to Rumble. I know you know, but I don't know if I've said it on the podcast. I'm going to Royal Rumble.
As well as I.
So if I have to sit there and watch a fucking cinematic match on the big screen while I'm at the fucking pay-per-view, I don't care that it is Bray Wyatt and LA Knight. It's gonna be so stupid. Like, it's cool during COVID or, whatever, like, even, like, the Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, like, the not multiverse, but the broken stuff.
Yeah.
Where you can have some of it in the ring and then some of it cinematic, that's cool too. But a fully cinematic match is going to be the dumbest thing ever for a live crowd. So if they go the route of the cinematic, at least some part of it has to be in person. And I don't know. This is either going to be good because it's a Bray Wyatt thing and LA Knight, and I trust both of them to put on something like that, make it good. Well, this is going to be the dumbest thing ever, and it's going to kill any momentum they had.
As long as there's no red lights, I don't give a shit.
Bro, I don't even care if there's red lights. I just want to be able to see the damn person in person.
That Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt, or Seth Rollins in the Fiend match last year, where it was nothing but red lights.
Are you talking about the Hell in a Cell?
That, and there was another one they had. It was like no holds barred match.
I was gonna say the Hell in a Cell one is dumb because they went to the red cell a few years ago.
Yeah,
but I'd settle for a freaking red light as long as I get to see the match. Like, because you're obviously not gonna have it in pitch black.
Yeah.
So it's either gonna be
they could do a pitch black with a spotlight on top of them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's fine. It'd be kind of lame because they're hyping this up so much, but like, that's fine. If it's a cinematic match, and if I'm at home, it's like cinematic matches are freaking cool. Like, yeah. A1. But if I'm in person and it's 100% a cinematic match, I'm gonna cry. Or I don't know if it's out of sadness or out of anger, but I'm gonna cry. I guess we'll find out because they're not saying anything about it.
I'll be just excited to go.
Oh, I'm in love. It's gonna be a fantastic time.
This is gonna be only my second ever live event I've ever been to.
Okay.
The first one was here in College Station, and it was literally just a live event, which it was some of the funniest stuff I've ever seen.
Honestly, 90% of the time, the live events are better than a weekly show.
It was still in the John Cena era. It was John Cena, CM Punk, and The Miz in the ring together.
Oh, Lord.
And John Cena was still calling The Miz the Kermit. I don't know if you remember that. He always, because Miz wore these bright green trunks.
That's right.
And he called him Kermit the Frog. And it was honestly some of the best stuff I've ever seen. And then he was calling CM Punk CM Sucks. So there's that.
See, I've been to a few live events. I went to Ring of Honor right after Cody left when he left WWE and was the Ring of Honor heavyweight champ or world champ. I went to that one. I obviously grew up around the business.
Yeah.
But in terms of like Ring of Honor, AEW, I guess technically I've never been to AEW, but Ring of Honor and WWE stuff. I've been to Ring of Honor I sat like fifth row. I went to NXT and was standing room only at the back of the it was at Gillies in Dallas, so technically a bar, but a really
Okay.
really big bar. Um, I've been to like 3 or 4 SmackDowns and Raws. I don't know exactly which one of which. I was at whichever one that Daniel Bryan announced that he was coming back and wrestling again.
Oh, nice.
I've seen The Undertaker live, like not wrestling but a promo.
Okay.
That talk about legitimate like hair standing up on the back of your neck and down your arm, like legitimate chills. Is seeing the Undertaker's entrance, and I mean like full gear, like entrance.
Not catching fire.
Well, that too, but like I saw him at Mania when he got inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Which
that's right. You did go to Mania
yeah,
last year.
which was cool, but like hearing his music and seeing him walk out in a suit is different than hearing his music and seeing him walk out in like the
Top
Undertaker.
hat.
Yeah, and it wasn't as like over the top because they had all the other Hall of Fame inductees on the stage, so he didn't have the fire and all the smoke and all
Yeah.
that. I went to Mania. I went to Final Battle. So this will only be my, I guess if you count Final Battle, this will be my third pay per view I've been to, and they've all been within the last year. And then
Okay.
by year I mean the last 8 months, 10 months, whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, live events like WWE Live, or more intimate settings like indie shows or Ring of Honor, I think are more fun anyway. I mean, you can't top WrestleMania, obviously. Like that's the outlier. Obviously, nothing's really gonna be more fun than that.
Yeah.
But my
My personal favorite pay per view of the year is Royal Rumble, so I'm super excited to
oh god,
go to it.
my friend that's gonna be on the podcast next week. His is also Royal Rumble.
The reason I love Royal Rumble is because you never know who's going to be there.
Exactly.
And they don't ever, like, that's one thing WWE kind of keeps to themselves, and they don't have, like, leaks, is who's going to be in the Rumble.
Yeah, so I purposely avoid. That's why, like right now, every time you're like, "Oh, this happened," I'm like, "Oh, I didn't really see that, or I saw parts of it," because I try to stay away from any surprises or leaks or anything around Rumble time.
Yeah. My top Rumble moment,
Oh,
and
hold
it
on, hold
actually
on.
got top.
I'm not gonna lie. That's my question. We're talking about moments or returns.
Well, mine is a return.
Okay, then nope. Save it for next week.
Ah, well, I guess we're going to end it there, guys.
Got a cliffhanger. We got a God. What's it called? Foreshadowing. We got to tune in next week because that's my question for everybody.
So let us know next week. So not this week. We'll have a question for you this week. Our question for you this week is if you could give any wrestler in mainstream wrestling a do-over, who would it be and why?
My
All right, guys.
non-mainstream wrestler answer would be Trey Jackson. Because fuck COVID.
All right, guys. Well, that is it from us. It's been fun. From Dustin and Trey, thank you for joining us, and join us next week as we build a stable connection. Thank you, guys.